Hey there, my name is Yakov. I work in the Skokie office, and I've just been given the responsibility of working on posting the credit card transactions for each facility. And as I've been working with people, I've noticed that each facility does things a little bit differently. So I want to streamline this process so that we get so everyone does the same thing and we get everything that we need to get done. So I want to show you an example of someone who does it the way we'd like to start doing it going forward. And the way this is going to work is I'm going to get the bank statements, the credit card statements, and then I'm going to send you a file. And I'm going to name the file, whatever the facility's name is, CC transactions, and I'm going to give you the date range, um, from the beginning of the period to the closing day of the period. That's going to be on the file. I'm also going to title the email with it. And then I'm going to create a batch in PCC. I'm going to give you the name of the batch, and I'm going to title it, if your facility uses a Chase or American Express or whatever, I'm going to name it Chase or American Express, same dates as the transactions. And it's going to be called admin because every facility has an admin credit card and one that says Aaron Topper, which is the corporate card for that facility. So you guys are going to be using the one that's called admin. So I'm going to create a batch in PCC, and I'm going to send you this like an attachment. And this is what it looks like. The attachment is the bank statement, credit card statement, and it has all the transactions from the beginning of the period to the closing period. Okay, so I'm going to show you what Sue, who's doing it at Manor of Kenosha, did. Here is the dates, and this one's already been posted, but I'm going to show you how she did it. So she matched the transactions um, almost identically from the bank statement to, let's do it this way, to the PCC batch. So you see like Amazon 49.50, then there's JC Licht 53.32, 39.01, 54.87, and it's all in order, and it matches what's on this statement. Now this is super important because you all just put in the information. I actually review it to make sure the GL codes are right, and then I'm the one that actually posts the amount in PCC. So you're doing a lot of the data entry. Then when I review it, I match. I'm looking to match that we put all the transactions in from the credit card statement. And if you're putting it out of order, it makes it very difficult. It takes probably 20, 30 minutes more, and I'm doing it with 13 facilities. So you could take up a day or two of mine if we're not putting it in order. Now, I understand if you can't put it in order because let's say you're missing a receipt, right? So I could see why um, you want to skip to the next one, which is fine if that's for an occasional receipt here and there. But if you could match it in order of what you're seeing here, that would be best. And then I can go ahead and post the transaction. The other thing that would be very helpful is we have access to like the the payables folder. So I'm going to find Manor of Kenosha, and I'm going to go to 2023, and then I'm going to go to the Chase file. And in the Chase file, we're going to look at the same dates because here are the receipts, and Sue was able to put the receipts in order of what was on the credit card transactions and what's on the PCC statement. So that way I can look at the receipts and I can make sure that when we're coding, let's say this Amazon transaction for $49.50 for nursing supplies, which is what it should be, medical equipment. It's for a commode. You can put that in the line description. And then I'm going to look here just to make sure that that's the right thing. You'd be surprised, but I've seen sometimes facilities code like nursing equipment to activities, or people put in like one time I saw a JC Licht receipt that was marked as Menards. So even though it's going to maintenance and supplies and it's just a mistake with the vendor name, the more accurate we could be, the better, especially if we ever get audited or if we're ever looking back for receipts for whatever reason. The more in order, the more organized we are, the better it is. So I just wanted to give you an example of what I would love to have happen with the credit card transaction. So again, I'll just go over the process of what I'm expecting. I'm going to pull the statements hopefully on the day that they are released. I'm going to send it to you in an email, and I'm going to give you the transaction dates in the header, and it'll be named on the file. And I'm going to tell you that I created a batch in PCC, which I expect you to enter the transactions. Then, if you can enter them in order as they appear here on the bank statement, that would be the best. So it should match as it is in the bank statement. And then if you can put together invoices, the receipts, if you can match the receipts in a file, that'd be best. So you see like how here there you have the Amazon receipt for $49.50. The next one is the JC Licht for $53.32. The next one is the $39.01. So if you can put it all into one file, that'd be super excellent. And if you could put it in the payables folder, in the folder where we keep all of our receipts, that'd be great. Now, I know some people might not be familiar with Adobe Pro or being able to add, what do you call it? To be able to add or combine files. Like here's a way where you can move, page 15 over to numbers to earlier before 7. There's ways to use Adobe. I think we have to pay for it in order to get Adobe Pro. If you don't have it, let me know. I'll work on that with you. I'll work on getting it for it with you. But here's a way you can add receipts. I'm just gonna take a random receipt. I'm not gonna save any of this, but I'm just gonna show you how this works, where I can take this Walmart receipt and add it to this file. And so that way you can move it around and you can put it in order so that when I'm reviewing your stuff, I can match the receipts to the bank statement the way Sue has it done here. So that's basically what I want to show you. And I was hoping, we can get this done, as soon as possible, like switch to this way of doing it. Most of you are doing it pretty close to this anyways. But for those of you who this is sort of like a newer way of doing it, I'm hoping this could be the consistent way. And if you have any questions about how this works, or any specific part of this that you're not specifically sure about, let me know and I'll work on it with you. Thanks so much for your attention, and I look forward to working with you. All right, be well. Bye.